June the 2nd. Can you believe it? Yes, the 6th month of the year. We are in it. We are absolutely right in it. And this is Magic Monday Live. And I'm going to be talking about how to say goodbye. Goodbye. But first of all, let's get straight to it. I'll click this button and then we'll start on Instagram and on all the other platforms, except How to Be Brilliant. More on that in a moment. Right, let's do this.
It's the start of the week. Grab your coffee cups. It's Magic Monday Live.
And the theme is how to say goodbye. And today is an interesting day for me for many, many reasons. Many, many reasons. But today's an interesting day. Yesterday, June the 1st, my wedding anniversary, was also the day when I had to say goodbye to my How to Be Brilliant Facebook group. And it was emotional. Of course, it was emotional. I'll be honest with you. But it was also right. It was the right time to say goodbye to the How to Be Brilliant group for many reasons. And I've talked about it over the last couple of weeks, so I don't need to go into too much detail now. But basically, the main thing was it just was too hard work. Too much like hard work to continuously have to think of things, to promote things, when actually I could put that same energy into something else and get better results. So that was my thinking. My thinking was to say, okay, what am I going to change in my life? I constantly do that, by the way. I'll have another big session later on this week where I'm going to sit down and, it's kind of coming at that halfway point in the year. And then on July the 1st, I'll do a massive session because that's another one. So I'm always prepping and changing and prepping and changing and prepping and changing. And I teach other people how to do it as well. I've just picked up a new coaching client who's ready for some big change. So I'm going to be helping them starting from next week as well. So lots of exciting things are happening. But you do have to say goodbye. You've got to make some space in order to let other things in. Sounds very obvious, doesn't it? So some goodbyes are sad, but some are freeing. We love a bit of freeing, don't we? Absolutely. Some are long overdue, and some are an absolute gift to your future self. And that's the key. Saying goodbye to something now that doesn't serve you can help you massively in the future. So often we think about goodbyes being about people, but they can be many other things. And in fact, I've written down 10. I like writing things down at the moment. Well, not just at the moment. I've always enjoyed writing things down, but particularly at the moment. I'm not sure why, but my memory could be a little bit better at the moment. Someone's just saying to me, Michael, take such and such, take more magnesium or something like that, which will be fine. I agree. I should be taking something. So I've written down my 10 things that you might want to say goodbye to. But I'm really interested in your 10 things as well, or even your one thing. So what would you add to this list? Okay. Number 1, 10 things you might want to say goodbye to. Number 1, toxic people. The ones that drain your energy rather than fill it. So I found myself this morning doing something completely ridiculous. I was on Facebook just checking that everything had worked out with the stuff that I did yesterday. And I looked, and there was a person who I follow who was just spouting some absolute drivel, absolute total and utter nonsense. And I found myself getting a bit triggered by it. And I looked and I thought, I'm going to leave a comment. I will leave a comment about this. Then I thought, no, don't leave a comment. Say goodbye. So I just clicked unfollow. They're never going to pop up again. Why didn't I do that 2 years ago? When they first started, they used to be amazing, by the way, these people. They used to be really, really cool. And then just recently, they seem to have gone a little bit bonkers with some of their opinions and some of their thoughts. So I should have done it earlier, but this morning I did it. I said goodbye. Next one, number 2. Say goodbye to old stories. You know, the scripts that we run up there. I can't do this. I'm too old to. That won't work, because when you do those things, when you get rid of those old scripts, those old stories, it's amazing what happens. Now, my advice would be have something to replace it with straight away. Penny Haslam talks about this great thing about adding the word yet. Oh, wait a minute. Pause because you weren't using the app. What does that mean? Pause because you weren't using the app. Right. Anyway, I'm back. Yes. So when she says talk about adding the word yet, Penny Haslam's brilliant idea. So you become a yeti. So I haven't lost that weight yet. Rather than I can't lose that weight. I haven't done it yet. And you start thinking about new possibilities. I should let Penny explain it a little bit better than I do. Number 3, bad habits. Whether it's procrastination, doom scrolling, too much sugar, staying up late, say goodbye to a bad habit. Remember, I'm looking for yours as well. I've had a couple that I've added them onto Instagram. Drainers. Yeah, drainers, definitely. And somebody saying, OMG, I did that today. Yeah, it's such a great feeling, isn't it? Such a great feeling. Number 4, say goodbye to clutter. Not just the physical stuff, but digital clutter, mental clutter, and emotional clutter. I've just started to use a new app, something called Fixer, and it gets rid of clutter in your emails. Now, it doesn't initially. It starts to prioritize everything and put loads and loads of different color coordinations and all sorts of things initially. But after a while, you start to learn how to delete things using its color coordination. It's quite freeing, actually. So I'm learning how to use that at the moment. But yes, getting rid of clutter, getting rid of some stuff. I need to have a tidy up in here. I had this idea that I was going to have a big tidy up in May, like a spring clean. Haven't done it. So June will definitely be the big tidy up. Number 5, things to say goodbye to. Perfectionism. Waiting for the perfect time, the perfect conditions, or the perfect you. Perfectionism. See, can't even speak. Perfectionism doesn't exist. It will never be perfect. It will never be the perfect time. It will never be the perfect situation. So say goodbye to perfectionism. Number 6, the job you've outgrown. This is a difficult one, but this is the role that you stay in out of comfort rather than purpose. Hopefully, in the next couple of months, I'm going to be announcing something that I'm doing that's putting me right out of my comfort zone. And it's about finding a role to do something. And it's terrifying. It really is terrifying for me. But yeah, it really is time for me to do something which is much more on purpose. And with freeing up some time, I'm able to do that. My brother's here today. He's saying, roofing. Giving up roofing. Angie Vale says perfection is a fantasy. True. And Ben, okay. Ben Kellier, chef, is here. We were in London last week. We went to the week before. We went to the Chelsea Flower Show, and we stayed at the brilliant Rubens Hotel. And Ben is the executive chef there. And we're having breakfast. I was trying to have a super light, healthy breakfast. But Ben came out to have a chat, and he said, Michael, you've got to have one of our hash browns. It's like, take it or leave with a hash brown. I'm not really that fussy. He goes, no, seriously, you've got to try one. It was incredible. Honestly, it was absolutely incredible. I don't know how they do it. We asked him how he did it. He explained how they did it. It takes ages to actually create this phenomenal hash brown. It is the best thing you will ever taste in a breakfast ever. We were there for 2 nights. Second morning, what we had for breakfast? Well, I don't care. Anything, but as long as it has a hash brown on the side. Thank you, Ben. It was amazing. And he's saying happy Monday. Let's get on with my list of 10 here. So, but just to add to this list, by the way, it really is fantastic when I get a little bit of feedback here. So the job you've outgrown. Number 7, say goodbye to guilt. Guilt for the things you can't change, mistakes you've already made. Have you learned from them? I would do this. I actually thought about something that I felt guilty about, something I did when I was a kid a while ago. And I had this chat with the people on Team 17 about it. I felt really guilty about something that I'd done when I was about, I don't know, 7 or 8 years old. It's crazy. Absolutely crazy. If my brother's still watching, it was something when we lived in Sydney Gardens that you don't know about. Ask me about it one day. Number 8, say goodbye to the fear of judgment. That's that little voice in your head that worries about what other people will think. It does not serve us. That little, you know that one there? What if? What if? Well, what if you did that? What if? What if? Well, that won't work. Well, maybe. Oh, perhaps you should. Perhaps you shouldn't. Number 9, outdated goals. Now, when I was writing my list yesterday, I was trying to turn this in. I was looking at a positive about creating goals, and I thought, oh, actually, the thing to say goodbye to is outdated goals, so you can bring in some new goals. So they're the things that were once important, but they no longer fit with the person who you have become. So sometimes people have these big goals, which are brilliant. They create a purpose, but then after a while, you've achieved most of it, not necessarily all of it, and you keep the goal just because it's almost comfortable to do it, rather than think of a new goal that will stretch you a little bit. So say goodbye to outdated goals. And number 10, this is a really hard one. Say goodbye to excuses. Oh, gosh. I could be better at this. I often have an excuse for something. So Christine will say, have you done such and such? And I'd rather than just saying no and I'll do it, I say no, then I do an excuse. And then she'll say, is that an excuse? I say, no, it's a reason. I'm just playing with words. BS. So yeah, saying goodbye to excuses is definitely on my list. So I've written down some other thoughts. That's my 10, by the way. I'm going to come to your list in a second, so please write them in the comments. I do appreciate that. You don't need permission to say goodbye to anything. You're already allowed. In fact, sometimes it's not a should, it's a must. Letting go creates space. Saying goodbye allows room for the new. But often the hardest part is deciding. This is deciding and saying, okay, I'm done with this. I was thinking the other day about writing another book. Right when I said I wasn't going to write another book, I met somebody at Newcastle Central Station. This is when we were on our way down to the Chelsea Flower Show. And it was the guy who used to live in this house before us. And he's called Mark. And I met him at the station and I was having a chat with him. I've known him for years. And he said, oh, how's everything? I said, brilliant. How's the house? I said, amazing. Thank you. Thank you for all the work you did. They did all the big work. We just did the decorating at the end. It was fab. And we were talking about decision making and about the importance of being able to make decisions. And I said to him, Mark, absolutely the most important thing is to decide, is to absolutely make decisions and do it. And he went, yeah, you should write a book about that. And I went, yeah. And I nearly did. I nearly said, yeah, I will. But I thought, no, I'm not writing books for a while. I must not write. Still got to keep promoting this one for a little bit longer. See Smile say hello. Now available globally if you're watching from anywhere outside of the UK. So when I decided to close How to Be Brilliant yesterday, I gave myself permission to finish well, to celebrate it and to honor it. And we had a superb session last night. It was absolutely brilliant, absolutely superb. And it wasn't that I just wanted to pull the doors closed gently like that and just whisper goodbye. I wanted to go bye. And we did that. And I had guests on talking about stuff. We had people writing poetry. We remembered some of the really great times that we had. It was so good. And then we did a nice goodbye, and that's it. It's done now. And I've decided I'm going to call it hibernating it rather than closing it. I'm going to hibernate it. and it was just such a lovely, lovely experience. And I really enjoyed the saying goodbye. Right, what have we got? Oh, by the way, there's a thing here now which says you can allow the comments just to appear kind of magically. Now, I think this means that they will appear automatically somewhere on the screen as people write them. We'll find out. Okay. Oh, there, it's just done it. Fiona George, gosh, I'm writing my novel. Blooming hard work, but learning so much. So it does pop up automatically. This is the thing called show comments on stage. Just unfortunately, I think it's at the wrong place. I would like it to be somewhere else rather than down there. No, not going to work. Not going to do that. I'm going to do it my normal way. So let's see who's here. Victoria Wilson Crane. Hello from Burscough. Hello, Vic. Nice to see you, and thank you for your impact yesterday. Here's Fiona Georgie Miles. Fiona Miles, I hope you're feeling better. Fiona had food poisoning yesterday and was unable to be on my live as we did it live. Brilliant comment here from Angie Vale. Say goodbye to always being available. That's superb, isn't it? Say goodbye to always being available. Thank you for that, Angie. Leslie's here saying hi from a sunnyish Caerphilly. Nice. Nick Finney's here. Hello from the gym. Ooh, Nick, I did a run this morning. You inspired me yesterday. I thought I was going to up my speed. So I do a run that as a walk would take me 39 minutes. This morning, and then I turned it into a run, got to 34 minutes and 32 minutes. This morning I thought I'm going for sub 30. So it's about 2.3 miles. I thought that was going to be pretty good to do that. And I did it in 27 minutes and 13 seconds. Hey. Fiona, I did a digital clear out last month. It's such a fab feeling. Nice. Din's done. Yes. The job I've outgrown. Oh, yeah, that is good. The job you've outgrown time. It's Patrick. Patrick Rooney's here from Brightlingsea. I love what Patrick Kilty talks about worrying about what others think because no one cares. Now, Nick, the fact you've said that is superb because for those people who are on the Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube version, I can show you this.
Fantastic. A life lesson that stuck with you?
No one cares. This is a really, really important lesson, and you can stop the clock, and we got to get into this.
Those people who didn't see it, you might have just heard it there. That's Patrick Kilty saying why no one cares. It's not that no one cares. It's that nobody really cares about whether you get it wrong. They don't want to judge you. The people want to support you. People want to have the best for you. Absolutely, no one cares. Fiona says that I'm writing my novel, blooming hard work, but learning so much. Excellent. It was a lively, lovely hibernation. Thank you. Jane is here saying goodbye to procrastination. Saying bye to putting everyone else first. Saying yes to everyone. That is this has popped up twice now. So Angie said it, and Jane, you're saying it as well. This is this key thing, isn't it, about when we try and put other people before ourselves, we end up not doing the best for the other person as well. Fit your own mask first is there for a reason. Saying goodbye to being scared to try something new. Time to say goodbye to that. J.R. Arsenaut. Hello from Charlotte. Hi. Hello, J.R. Good to see you. Leslie's here. Stop talking yourself out of things and allow yourself to embrace them. We do that, don't we? Talk ourselves out of things. I get a round of applause from Nick Finney. Here's Will Photography. Hey, Michael, watching from Newcastle. Let's catch up soon. Will, I would love to. For those of you who don't know who Will is the world's greatest aurora chaser. He will, if you follow Will, let you know where the aurora is going to be taking place more accurately than anybody else, probably in the world. He is incredible. He's doing lectures on boats and stuff at the moment. So you go and do your cruise, and then Will's there talking about photography and talking about stargazing and stuff like that. I love him. He's just one of the best people ever. Who else have we got here? Vic is saying, goodbye to overthinking. Although now my ailing memory makes me wonder if that was in your top 10. It's What's this with our memories at the moment? What is it? I don't know. Chris McConnell's here. Listen for my allotment piece. Oh, allotment time. Glorious. What are you growing, Chris? What are you growing at the moment? It'd be fantastic to know. Say goodbye to some of that veg. Send it my way. I'll pop over. Get a little. As Granny Sal, my wife's grandma, used to say, better a small basket than a big garden, or a little bag than a big garden. I love that. Isn't that great? Better a little bag than a big garden. All right. So here's your call to action. I did create a call to action today. This week, choose one thing to say goodbye to. Just one thing that you can say goodbye. Not 10, just one, and say goodbye to it. Now, it might be a habit, a thought, a fear. It could be a bit of clutter. It might be a person who you need to put a boundary around. It might be guilt. It could be any of those things that we went through before. Whatever it is, name it. That's a key to this. Give it a name. Be specific. What is the thing? Then make a decision, decide, and then say goodbye. Take action. You'll be amazed at how you feel. I'm sure you will be blown away by how you feel when you get rid of that pain, that thing that might be holding you back, that's stopping you from being all that you can be. Thank you very much. I have a brilliant week planned. I've got so many fabulous things happening. I'm excited about this week. It's going to be glorious. I've got a keynote. I've got a bit of nice fun traveling that I'm going to be doing. I've got some writing. I've got a new coaching thing starting. Yeah, there's a load of great stuff. It's brilliant. Thanks very much, everybody. Be brilliant. Goodbye.